Good day, everyone. My name is Brian Banatlao Matienzo from the Philippines. I have a baccalaureate degree in secondary education, major in mathematics. I have also a total of 72 units in my Master's of Education and currently hold a certificate of complete academic requirements in my Master's of Education. Teaching is my passion, and I enjoy the opportunity to help, mold, and shape each individual who will become a partner in the development of a society. As a public school teacher who has been serving the Filipino learners from more than 20 years of teaching, I believe that over time I have learned to fully acknowledge my skills and capabilities as teacher. I can say that I possess the qualities of a 21st century teacher, such as the ability to initiate critical and creative thinking skills among my learners through carefully crafting teaching materials and assessment forms tailored to the needs of my students. Also, I fully support the importance of making sure that learners of all types are given equal opportunity to learn. I believe that diversity and inclusivity should be given importance and that no student, no matter what the circumstance may be, should never be left behind. Our school, district, and division office recognize and acknowledge my tireless effort, and I received the following awards and achievement. Gawat Patlugot Stage 2 Qualifier for Outstanding Secondary Master Teacher, Regional Level, this school year, 2024, Outstanding Secondary Master Teacher with Distinction, Division Level, Outstanding Master Teacher, Outstanding Highly Proficient Teacher, Outstanding Researcher, and I also received first place, Best Project Implementer, Project IR. This Project IR focus or the objective of this project is to help those students struggling in mathematics, and it gives impact. And this project helped the student to improve their performance in mathematics. And also, first place in Best Project Implementer for Project Ambiance. The focus or the objective of this project is to make the school conducive for learning. And also, our municipality, the municipality of Pila, recognized me or awarded me as Natatanging Gurong Pileño secondary level. That was year 2020, and from 2019 and 2022, I was awarded as Outstanding Teacher School level. And also, I received Best Classroom, District level, last 2017, Best in Learning Materials, last 2018, and Best Performing Teacher, District level, last 2012. What motivates me to become a mathematics teacher? My motivation in this profession is my own educational experience, which is why I'm thrilled to teach mathematics. My early difficulties were overcome by an outstanding teacher. My teacher when I was in grade 1 and high school, proving the power of committed teachers. Replicating that impact is my goal. Creating a welcoming atmosphere where students can grow in confidence, creative and critical thinking, innovative teaching strategies, ongoing professional development, and giving students the resources they need to succeed are all things that I am committed to. In terms of extracurriculars that I involve, I have actively engaged in variety of extracurricular activities throughout my teaching career, developing the skills that enhance my teaching expertise. I guided our students' participation in various math competitions as their coach, served as both the division and our school math club advisor, act as presenters and facilitators in our school, district, division level, to exchange various pedagogical approaches that aid in our students' growth and development. I am currently teaching grade 9 students who are between the ages of 13 and 15, and I have taught algebra and geometry in the past. How do I prepare my lesson plan? In preparing my lesson plan, what I usually do is to consider and check the following, such as individual interests, life situation, learning disabilities and handicaps, and address them in the lesson not to impair their learning. I assure that if students work toward their full potential. My lesson plan includes the following. The first part of my lesson plan is objectives. This part of the lesson plan specify the knowledge that students should learn in the allotted time. I have also routinary activities. This includes checking of attendance, review of the past lesson, or lesson related to the new topic. And I have also motivation before the start of the class. I have also activities. I have activities for individuals, pairs, and groups in this section because I take into account the diversity of my student. I have also analysis. In this part, it involves breaking down the complex information into smaller. I have also application where students will solve problems or complete tasks, applying the knowledge and skills they have learned. And I have also assessment. Students will answer 5 or more questions to evaluate students' learning and understanding. And the last part, which is my favorite part, is the reflection. In this part, I write about the areas of the lessons that require improvement and how I can enhance the teaching methods in light of my assessment findings. Let's talk about the teaching strategies or method that I effectively use in my teaching. Actually, I am sensitive to the needs, to the moods of my student. I see to it that I address their concern properly. I enforce positive discipline by praising my students, by asking them to reflect, highlight their strengths and weaknesses. I also provide variety support strategies like organizers, study guides, and study buddies. I assure that the pace of instructions varies based on individual learner needs. I consider and use the learner preference group or learner preference center. I group students for learning activities based on readiness, interest, or learning preferences, and also make sure that the classroom environment is structured to support a variety of activities, including group or individual mode. When someone enters my room or when someone enters my classroom, that someone will enjoy and even be engaged in the activities that I have prepared for my students, because I have games that can motivate the child or my students to listen and set them to the lesson and discussions that I will conduct. I also use manipulative materials for activities so that the students can fully understand the concept of the lesson. He will see how everyone can work together to accomplish the task they must accomplish given by their teacher. He will also see that my students learn a lot while doing each activity they perform. The method that I use to evaluate my students' progress, I have formative assessment, and I have summative assessment, I have portfolio assessment, reflective journals, online quizzes, collaborative assessments such as Think Per Share and Jigsaw activities. Let's talk about how I use technology in my teaching. Technology can be effectively integrated into classroom instruction in a variety of ways to enhance learning outcomes, engage students, and support individualized instruction. Our school, to be honest, our school does not have a smart board, but I am prepared to learn how to use it because I am a quick learner and can adjust to my environment. But I utilize technology such as TV, laptop, calculators, and the likes to help my students retain and deepen the skills I teach them. For instance, I want my students to be able to visualize the quadratic functions graph in the simplest way possible. As the values of A, B, and C increases, decreases, and vice versa. To do this, I use Desmos, which is excellent for visualizing mathematical concepts. I use technology as a tool to increase retention, make learning interesting, and feed curiosity. I also use technology to send notes, assignment, and tests via email to students who are unable to attend my class. At this point, I will share to you on how to regain the attention without interrupting my lesson for my noisy or non-attentive student. What I usually do in this case is reward quiet behavior with praise, sticker or star, move near noisy students. I also use spotlight system, the green, the yellow, and the red. Green for quiet, yellow for warning, and red for loud. Lastly, I assign them a task, such as being a leader or facilitator in group activities. If this does not work, I conduct individual conferences to find out the reason for the behavior they exhibit in my class. I listen professionally without interrupting. In addition, I allow them to express their emotions, concerns, and issues that lead to such behavior. Following that, I process it and consider the appropriate intervention based on the assessment I conducted. I do this to make them feel cared for and valued as individuals. The most difficult problem I had encountered is to deal with irate parents. Handling and dealing with those parents requires patience, empathy, and commitment in finding the solutions. Every time that I encounter those challenges and difficulties, I always maintain calm and professional. I speak in respectful and professional tone. I allow parents to express their concerns fully without interruption. I acknowledge the parents' emotions and concerns with empathy. I also ask clarifying questions to ensure a clear understanding of the specific issues and concerns. And also, I collaborate with parents to find constructive solutions to the identified issues. I keep thorough records of the conversation, summarizing the key points and agreed upon action. And with this approach, I can demonstrate and make them feel valued as guardian of my student, and it works based on years of teaching experience, or it works based on years of my teaching. I am a flexible teacher and I can make change my strategy, methods, and approaches for my student. I teach in a school where every student in every section has a different level of numeracy. Some are very good, some are just average, and some have a low level. This is challenging for me as teacher because no one size fits all. Teachers need to be adaptable. And because some students learn best by seeing, hearing, and doing, I usually take into account their preferred method of learning. I ensure that materials and other teaching tools used in each activity are appropriate for their interests and needs, which will motivate them to learn and participate in class. I contextualize, conceptualize, and provide a variety of learning materials to ensure that every student participates in classroom activities. In my 20 years of teaching math, these actions have also had an impact on raising my students' performance and numeracy levels. Thank you, and I hope to work with you in my future endeavor, and mabuhay.